I think that we've seen very many films that are dark and grim and have a sense of sort of post or pre-apocalyptic, feelings, or at least anti-heroic films. And I love a lot of those movies. I've been a big fan of a lot of them. One of the things that I loved about what Roddenberry created was there was an inherent sense of optimism to his future. And unlike Star Wars, and I was a huge fan as a kid of the original Star Wars. Star Wars begins, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. It says this is not us. This is not now. It's a fairy tale. Star Trek, although it's a fantasy, is a vision of our future. And it posits that hundreds of years from now we have all survived, and we've done it by collaborating, by working together. We found a way to transcend, political, religious, cultural differences, and there's something beautiful in that, I think. And so the idea of a future where we are all together and we're working and we are exploring, and I love that idea, that at the end you're out to sort of discover and explore, not to conquer, but to discover and to expand our knowledge. And there's something that is maybe naive about that, but it feels like a refreshing vision.
Я не знаю, я соглашаюсь с Джейджем, что лучше сначала, чтобы это кино хорошо прошло, чтобы всем понравилось это кино, и потом надо будет думать, куда эти персонажи идут, как их развивать. Самое главное, чтобы людям это кино понравилось, что там что хорошо отреагировали. Я считаю, что хорошо отреагировали. Я считаю, это может быть неправильно думать о следующем кино, когда еще это не вышло.
I'm so jealous you can do that.
I guess as for Uhura, she can continue to wear those little dresses it would be good for her to continue to translate. That way she can always stay and work with the boys, and maybe some action scenes.
Given the series of tragic events that occurred towards the end of this film, I'm looking forward to it, assuming that the next installment is a prequel to the prequel. entitled Nero's Story.
I'm involved as a producer on this film as well, and would be on a sequel. There's no sequel being written. There's a deal that's been made so that in case there is a demand for one, we have the writers who wrote this one to do it. But I would be, I'm thrilled to be involved in this, and my mind is open to directing it. The idea of anyone else directing this movie is sort of selfishly a heartbreaking one. So.
Кастинг для меня был достаточно простой. Я не знаю, что произошло после, я записался на приемку и поискать сделать лучше вопрос Джейджа. Но я просто пошел и очень секретно было. Я пришел, прочитал линии и записался на приемку, и все было очень просто. Я не знаю, я хотел, чтобы происходило повторяющееся. Произошло какие-то эксперименты, проходило много нет, очень просто.
Like a sensitive director.
Yeah.
Well, I think J.J. is known for writing strong roles for women as well, because with Alias and also with Felicity, even though Felicity wasn't jumping out of cars like Jennifer Garner was, but she was the heroine of her story. And so J.J. has always been able, I think it's easy for him, I don't know why, but to tap into how, the fragility and the sensitivity of a story, and also like, the femininity without losing the strength of it. So it was like that. Pretty much, it was like Sense and Sensibility, but in the South.
In fairness, first of all, on Armageddon, I think there were 23 writers. I was brought in to do work early on some of the, comedy, the character stuff. And as I was working on it, I stayed up for a long time. The story was already there, and that was a character that sadly I didn't get to work on because I felt that in that movie that was a very silly, cliche, one-note kind of character, and didn't really work for me. In this movie, it was very important that all the characters, despite having limited time, be treated with respect. And if you look at the family on the Enterprise, the story could not be told without each of them. Every single character is critically important in the telling of the story, and they all put their lives in each other's hands. And while at first glance you might say, oh, Kirk has big blue eyes, he's a lot more than that. And at first glance you might think, oh, she's pretty, but she's a lot more than that. And Anton is like, he's so lovable, but he's much more than that. And all these characters have wonderful qualities. And to me, it was really important that we not only write that, but cast actors who can elevate it. And that's what we were lucky enough to do.